AVL tree. This is one of the famous concept in tree family. This is also known as height balance tree. This concept is invented in 1962 by G.M. Adelson-Walewski and E.M. Landis. Okay, basically in this concept we always compare the height between the left subtree as well as right subtree. So the balance factor defined as, that is the difference between height of a left subtree minus height of a right subtree. Now the important factor is that when the two subtree are the same height, at that time the value will be 0. That means there is no difference between the left subtree and as well as the right subtree height. Okay. But when the right subtree is higher, or the height of the right subtree is higher than left subtree, then the value will be plus 1. Okay. And the last but not the least, if the left subtree value is higher than the right subtree height value, then the value will be minus 1. Now for better understanding, here we consider one example. Let's discuss. First, step 1. Here we consider the first note, and the first note value is 3. So the first note entry, there is no left subtree as well as right subtree, so the value is 0, because according to this formula, if the two subtrees are same height, then the value is 0. For that reason, here the value is 0. Now the next node is 5. So step 2. 5 means 5 is higher than the value is 3. That means here we consider this is the right side of that tree. So if we consider the 5 note, that means in case of a 5 there is no left subtree as well as right subtree. For that reason, here the value is 0. But when we consider 3 note, at that time here we see that there is no left subtree, only right subtree is situated. For that reason, the value is calculated in that way, that is the formula is height of a left subtree minus height of a right subtree. So here the value of a left subtree is 0, that means 0 minus 1. 1 is for right subtree is there. For that reason, left subtree value is 0 minus right subtree value is 1. Here 1 node is occur, for that reason 1. 0 minus 1, the value is minus 1. Okay. Next node is 11. So step 3. Again 11 is higher than 3 as well as higher than 5. So again it is situated on the right side of this tree. So again we calculated from the bottom side, that is 11 has no left subtree as well as right subtree. For that reason, 0 minus 0, the value is 0. Again if we consider 5, so in case of a 5 there is no left subtree but the right subtree is situated. For that reason, 0 minus 1, the value is minus 1. Again when we calculate the value is 3, at that time again we apply the formula. The formula is height of a left subtree minus height of a right subtree. For that reason, here we calculate the value of a left subtree is completely 0. So 0 minus the value of a right subtree. Here two node is occurred, that is 1 and 2. For that reason the value is 2. So 0 minus 2, the value is minus 2. But in our height balance tree rule, there is no 2 or minus 2 value occur. Only the value range is between 0, plus 1, minus 1. For that reason, here we balance the balanced tree. So, what is the formula, or how we apply the balancing factor, or how we balance the tree? In that case, here we apply the middle node value. So what is the middle node value here? In that tree, 5 is the middle node. So if we consider 5 is the root node and 3 is lesser value than 5, for that reason 3 is situated in the left side, and 11 is higher than the 5 value. For that reason here we draw the 11 value. Again we calculate the value of 3. There is no left subtree as well as right subtree, that is 0. 11 in the similar way, there is no left subtree as well as right subtree. For that reason again the 11 value is 0. And when we calculate the 5 value, that is left subtree minus right subtree. Left subtree value is 1, right subtree value is also 1. So 1 minus 1, the value is 0. In step 4, next we get in another node, that is the value is 8. So up to this we balance the tree. Again we get the next value, that is 8. 8 is greater than 5 but less than 11. For that reason in the left hand side 8 is situated, because 8 is lesser than the 11 value. Now 8 has no left subtree as well as right subtree. For that reason the 8 value is 0. Again when we calculate the value of 11 or height of 11, in that case again we calculate the value, or we apply the formula, that is left subtree minus right subtree. Here we get one left subtree value, that is 1, and there is no right subtree value, that is 0. So 1 minus 0, here we get the height of value of 11 is 1. Again when we calculate the value of a 3, there is no left subtree as well as right subtree. For that reason the height of 3 is 0. And if we consider the 5, in that case left subtree value is 1, but when we consider the right subtree value, here we get 2 node, that is 1 minus 2, the value of 5 or the height of 5 is minus 1. Okay. Next we get the next node, that is 4. Here we apply the step number 5. When we get the value is 4, basically 4 is lesser than 5 but greater than 3. For that reason here we consider the right hand side of 3, the 4 value. Again we calculate the height of a 4, that is there is no left subtree as well as no right subtree, that means 0 minus 0, the height of 4 is 0. If we consider the 3 node, that is in that case there is no left subtree but one right subtree is there. For that reason 0 minus 1, the height of minus 3 is minus 1. Okay. Now when we consider the 8 node, in that case there is no left subtree as well as right subtree. For that reason 0 minus 0, the height of 8 is 0. Again we consider the 11 node, that is one left subtree is situated here. There is no right subtree. For that reason 1 minus 0, the height of 11 is 1. And if we consider the highest node, that is the root node value 5, in that case here we see that there is 2 node in left subtree and another 2 node in right subtree. that is 2 minus 2, the height of 5 or the root node is 0. Okay. Now in the next step, that is step number 6, we consider the next node, that is 1. Up to this where we cover. Now in step 6 we get the next value, that is 1. 1 is lesser than 3. For that reason here situated one node. Now when we calculate the 1 value, that is there is no left subtree as well as right subtree, for that reason 1 value is 0. And similar way height of 4 is 0. Now when we consider the height of a 3, one left subtree value, that is one node in left subtree as well as one node in right subtree, that means 1 minus 1, the height of 3 is 0. And the similar way there is no change, for that reason the value remains same. Now when we consider the root node value, that is 5, in that case here we see that total number of a left subtree value is 3, but when we consider the right subtree value, that is the value is 2. Now in that case, most probably most of the cases the confusion occur, that is which height we consider or we should consider. In that case, if the height is same in both section, now we consider any one, means if we consider the left subtree or right subtree. Okay, at least one height we consider. Now if we consider the left subtree value, in that case if we consider this channel, that means 2 node occur, or if we consider this channel, in channel 2 node occur. Okay, so 2 minus in the right hand side value, that is 2. 2 minus 2, the value is 0. So the height of 5 is 0. Another important thing is that we consider, or we always consider the maximum height. Okay, now in up to this, in this tree the similar height is occur in left subtree. For that reason only one channel we consider. Okay, next we move on to the next step, that is step number 7. Already the tree has formed, that is 5, 3, 1, 4, 11, 8. Now the next node here is 12. 12 is greater than 11, for that reason here we draw this 12. Now the left subtree remains same, there is no change, for that reason the value will be same. Okay, now we consider the right hand side value. 8 has no left subtree as well as right subtree, for that reason the value is 0. Again 12 has no left subtree as well as right subtree value, so the value is 0. When we consider the 11 value, one value is left subtree, another one value is right subtree, for that reason 1 minus 1, the height of the 11 value is 0. Now same case occur if we consider the height of the 5 value. In that case only one root we consider, or one channel we consider, either this channel or this channel. When we move to the right hand side value, similar way only one channel we consider, this channel or this channel, because the height is same. So if we consider this channel, the 2 root occur. If we consider this channel, again 2 root occur. We should not consider the total node. Okay, remind it, we consider only one length of the tree. Most of the cases, if the height are imbalanced, in that case we consider the maximum height of that tree. Okay, in that tree up to this the height will be same. For that reason we consider the similar height, that is 2 minus 2 node. Okay, 2 minus 2, the value is 0. The height of the 5 node is 0. Now in the next step, that is step number 8, we consider the next node, that is 7. Here we see that 7 is greater than 5. For that reason we move on to the right hand side, but it is smaller than 11. Again here we get 8 node. 7 is less than 7. Sorry, 7 is less than 8. For that reason, here we draw the 7 node value. Again, here we repeat that the length or the left hand side value, there is no change. For that reason, the left hand side value will be same, remain same. Now here we consider 7 node. We already see that 7 has no left subtree as well as right subtree. For that reason, 7 value is 1 and the 8 value is 1, because 1 left subtree is here, there is no right subtree. So 1 minus 0, the value is 1. Again we consider the 11 value. In that case, 2 minus 1, the value is 1. Now when we consider the 5 root node, in that case we already discussed that we consider the maximum height or maximum channel of that tree. Here we consider, if the right subtree we consider, so the maximum channel is this, not this. So in this channel there are 3 nodes, and when we consider the left subtree, there are at most 2 nodes in each channel. So 2 minus 3, okay, because here we consider the maximum length, so 2 minus 3, so the height of the 5 is minus 1. Okay, so we move on to the next step, that is step number 9, and we consider the next node, that is the node is 2. Now 2 is lesser than 5 as well as lesser than 3 but greater than 1. For that reason, here 2 is situated. Now the 2 has no left subtree as well as right subtree. For that reason, the value is 0. When we consider the 1 value, there is no left subtree but 1 right subtree is there. For that reason, 0 minus 1, the value is minus 1. Now if we consider the 3 value, here we see that in left subtree 2 value is happen and right subtree 1 value, that is 2 minus 1, the value is 1. Okay, so if we consider the right subtree, there is no change, that means the value remains same. So what are the value? Here we see that is 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. Now we consider the height of the value of a 5. Again we repeat the similar thing, that is we consider the maximum channel or maximum height. So the height is 1, 2, 3, that is the maximum. If we consider this channel, there is 2 node, so we consider this node, that is 3. Again we consider the right subtree, there are maximum height of this tree is 3. For that reason, 3 minus 3, the value is 0. Next we move on to the next step, that is step number 10, and here we consider the next node, that is 6. Now 6 is lesser than 7. For that reason, here left hand side, here we draw the value of a 6. So the 6 or height of the 6 value is 0. If we consider 7, that is 1 minus 0, the value is 1. Again we consider the height of a 8 value, that is here we see that in left hand side 2 node is occur, but in right hand side there is no node occur. For that reason, 2 minus 0, though so the height is 2. If we consider the height of a 11, that is 3 minus 12, again the value 12 value is 1, that is 3 minus 1 is 2. There is no change in left hand side value. For that reason, the value will remain same. Here we draw the same value. Again we consider the height of a 5 value, that is 3 minus 4, the value is minus 1. But here we see that when we consider the right hand side, in that case two imbalance factor occur. First in 8 node, second one is in 11 node. So first we calculate, or if we reconsider the right hand side of this portion, because 2 value is firstly occur in 8 node position. For that reason, first we correct this node. After that, if there is no modification or no changes will be required, then we move on to the next node. But first we calculate this position, recalculate. If the balance factor is happen, that means if we get the value, that is the range value, that is 0 1 minus 1, up to this is okay. If we not get the value in range, that is 0 1 or minus 1 value, next we move on to the this node, next balance factor. Okay, first here we see that this node or this position value, we always consider the middle node. For that reason, here we draw the tree again. The left subtree remains same because there is no value is occur. Now here we see that the next value is 11. Now we consider the middle value as a root node, so 7 is the next root node value and 6 is lesser than 7. For that reason, here left hand side, here we draw the 6, and right hand side, here we draw the value 12 will be okay. So there is no change in left subtree. For that reason, here the value remains same. Now we consider the 6 value, there is no left subtree as well as right subtree value, so the height of the 6 is 0. Similar way, the height of the 8 value is 0. Now if we consider the 7 node or the height of the 7 node value, that is left minus right, 1 minus 1, the value of a 7 is 0. If we consider the 11 value, in that case left subtree, when we consider the left subtree, there are 2 node, that is 6 and 7, that is 2 node, minus 1 node in right subtree, so 2 minus 1, the value is 1. Again we consider the height of the 5 node, that is we consider the maximum channel, that is 3, and here in the left subtree we get the 3 node value, that is 3 minus 3, the height of the 5 value is 0. So there is up to this there are no unrational value or unrange of values occur. So up to this is okay. Next we move on to the final step and we get the final value, that is 10. Okay, the final step, that is step 11. Here we consider the last node value, that is 10. So 10 is greater than 5 as well as it is lesser than 11. Next, it is greater than 7 as well as greater than 8. So for that reason, here we draw the 10 value. Now the value of 10 is, there is no left subtree as well as right subtree. For that reason the value is 0. Now when we consider the 8 node, there is no left subtree value as well as one right subtree value is occur. So 0 minus 1, the value is minus 1. Now when we consider the 7 node value, one left subtree value and 2 right subtree value, that is 1 minus 2, the value is minus 1. Again we consider the 12 node, there is no left subtree as well as right subtree value, so the value is 0. If we consider the 11 node, here we consider the maximum length, so the maximum length is 3, but the right subtree value, the value is 1, so 3 minus 1, the value is 2. Okay, there is no change in left subtree value, that means the value remains same. Now when we consider the root node value, that is the 5 node value, in that case we consider the left subtree minus right subtree value, that is the maximum height of this left subtree is 3, and here we consider the right subtree value, the maximum height is 1 2 3 4, that is 3 minus 4, the value is minus 1. But here the one unbalanced number, that is 2, is occur. For that reason here we balance the whole tree. Now here we consider some movement. Now at first we see that where the unbalanced value is occur, here the unbalanced value is occur, that means we need to balance this channel. For that reason here we change the 11 value or the next root value of 5. If we consider the middle value, that is 8, because we always consider the middle value, for that reason the next root value is 5. If we consider the next root value of 5 is 8, is the next root value. So in this channel here we consider one left subtree value, that is 7, and next value is 6, and we move this channel value, that is move this 11 root value into the second position, that is 11. 12 is greater than 11, 10 is lesser than 11, the left subtree value remains same. Also the value remains same. Now here we see that whether the tree value is balanced or not. 6 value, there is no left subtree value. For that reason right subtree as well as right subtree value, for that reason the 6 value is 0, as well as 10 value is 0, 12 value is 0, 11 value is 1 minus 1, the height of this 11 is 0. If we consider the height of the 7, one left subtree value is here, that means 1 minus 0, that is value is 1. If we consider the next root node value, that is 8, so we consider the height of this left subtree value, that is 2, and the maximum height of this right subtree value, that is also 2. 2 minus 2, the value is 0. If we consider the 5 root node value, here we consider the maximum height of this left subtree, that is 3. Again we consider the maximum height of this right subtree, we consider any one of the channel. So we can, here we see that the maximum height in both section is 3. So 3 minus 3, the height of the value is 0. Up to this there are no unbalanced values occur. Up to this every value will be okay. Let's discuss another example of a height balanced tree. So next we move on to the next part of this video. Okay, thank you.